I remember it like it was yesterday. I can actually feel the Bondi sand between my toes. I can kind of hear the waves crashing over the crowd that is just so loud at this point. My parents is kind of in my back left ear. Kerry rips another serve right down the middle and they what we call overpass. I go up to try and grab it off the Brazilian girl and she, what we call a poke, she pokes it over the top of me. So I miss it and I know at that point, based on where I am on the court, that the ball's gonna sail out. And I know it's going out, so I'm yelling, it's out, it's out, it's out, leave it, leave it. And I see Kerry pull her arm back in and the ball lands outside the court by like an inch. And at that point, I look up, I'm sort of running to Kerry, I look up to the referee because we're waiting for her to make the last cross of the arms, which means game over. And you realise that, like, and the crowd is going ballistic, and you realise that is gold medal winning point, and we have won the gold medal for Australia. It's just the most surreal, amazing, euphoric time of my life.
I had never even heard of Australia, but all I knew in this final that I was watching was they were the underdogs. And I remember being at home with my mom and we were cheering, and who knew that I was going to move to Australia, move my Canadian beach volleyball team that I was training with, end up marrying that person that I saw on TV, and now have a 5-year-old daughter together. So who knew?
We met each other after the Sydney Olympics as they came out to train from Canada, and that's where we met, and we've been together ever since. So we've been now 20 years together. We've been married twice, once legally when the Marriage Act changed here in Australia, and we had a commitment ceremony about 11 years ago. And then we had our beautiful child Jordan, who I love to spend as much time with as we can, and so much so, like she was born on the 10th of October 2015, and we decided before she started school that we would take a year off and we would go to Switzerland.
Nat going to 5 Olympics is something that I think gets said in a bio or introduction for her, and sometimes I think it gets lost on people. Like, I was that 8-year-old in my backyard thinking that I'd go for gymnastics, thinking that I'd go for soccer, and then eventually really making my mark in volleyball, and still I missed out. And Nat went to 5? Like, seriously? So I feel that I want to share that story with grace so that people really understand not only what it takes to go to 1, but the commitment that it takes to go to 5, because that's 20 years of jumping up and down on your own 2 legs.
So when I retired after my 5 Olympics in 2012, I realised that health was going to be really important, because when you're an athlete that trains 6 days a week and you can pretty much eat anything you like, even though you're focused on, there's performance food and there's not so performance food. So health was a big factor for me, not only for myself and my family, but now the little one that came into my life. So Sarah and I fell into a health and nutrition business, making sure we could keep others healthy as well as ourselves. I also went into mentoring and managing and helping athletes, especially the beach volleyballers, and right now we have the best beach volleyballers in the world. But I've taken on a role, a bigger role, at the Queensland Academy of Sport and with the Queensland Government, all around elite success and keeping Queenslanders winning, and the partnerships in everything to do with sport, from grassroots all the way up to elite and high performance, making sure we get the best result for Queensland, and how we turn the global spotlight on Queensland as we head towards an opportunity potentially for Queensland to host a 2032 Olympics. I get excited for our next generation of what it could be like for them in 2032 to compete on home soil. So let's go Queensland!